Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. In front of us with the GOOZEEZOO ATS25-XF. This is an AM, FM stereo, long-wave, CB, single sideband, shortwave, portable radio with multiple decoding modes. You can find this selling on Amazon USA for $139.99 at the making of this video. I'll have links down in the comment section and video description if you so desire this beast. Let's check it out. Comes in a nice brown box. Nothing else on there. Let's go ahead and show you what came in it. So quite a bit they give you for your money. First, we get to start a show. The ATS25-XF, looking pretty sharp. Got a nice big display there. Big tuning knob. Connections on the back there. Speaker on top. The speaker sounds really good too on this one. Aluminum case. Things will probably go over again, but yeah, looking good. So you get the radio. You get a phone stand, which is interesting. It kind of extends up. It kind of makes a little platform. So you can put your radio on a little platform if you so desire, and you can angle it a little bit. It's got little things that come up to hold the radio. You get the idea, right? So you can have something on your bench if you want it elevated. I guess if you need a viewing angle, you can use this phone stand. So and it collapses back down, so you can stow it away. All right, so we got the phone stand. Okay, that was interesting. We get some donuts. I don't usually use these, but you might use them. This is a medium wave one. You got a selector, low and high for those frequencies there. A dial here to tune the antenna. Of course, you can pivot it, and it has a tuning capacitor on the back. That's the same with the shortwave one as well. They give you another one. The shortwave one, same deal. It's got the high-low, and of course, the tuning capacitor there. Nice. Goes aside. They're good to have. I mean, in a pinch. I still like the long wire or the telescopic. So this is 40 inches. Nice. This rocks. This really pulled in the FM stations, by the way. We'll go over that in a moment. But yeah, use this for everything. This will work for medium wave. This will work for all your station needs. I found out with this radio, not a problem whatsoever. And you can clip a wire on here for extra shortwave. That's what I've been doing. Catching all kinds of digital modes with it. Yeah, that is an awesome antenna. You also get an adapter here, BNC. That's the natural antenna back there. So this is the BNC male to an SMA female. That's so you can put those little donuts on there and other antennas as well. There you go, like an MLA 30. That'll work well with this radio. And we also get a charging cable and data cable. This is a USB to USB-C. Nice. We get a Wi-Fi antenna. This supports Wi-Fi, which is good because it downloads the time signal and current band conditions, which I thought was awesome. So, yep, we get that. Now, of course, you could use any style you want as long as it has a connector, like on the back of your old Wi-Fi router. Just take it off. If you don't like the white, you put a black one on. I'm actually going to use an external one here. I have a nice external one. I think it's a 7 dB. You can buy them from TP-Link. They're nice, and it has a nice wire. So I got the antenna like 5 feet away. So no interference. Otherwise, you'll have interference from that little antenna. Now this is cool. This is a little stylus for the screen. It's a resistive touch, so you have to use one of these. This reminds me of the Nintendo DS Lite days. Yeah, probably was the same one too. All right, cool. Then we got the manual real quick here. All right, so we'll just gotta flip it open, give you an idea what it looks like. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but if you can, awesome. I'm just gonna flip it really quick because there's a lot to this radio, and I don't want to make this video an hour long, so we're gonna go kind of quickly. I'm not gonna touch on every single thing, but I'm gonna touch on things that I use on this radio and make it enjoyable for me. If that helps you, awesome. You can always expand your knowledge further by exploring these options here. Now, talking about decoder modes, awesome. I was able to touch on a few of them, like CW, basic stuff, some FT8, that was awesome. Learning how to scan with this radio. You got memories. Now, it doesn't list how many that can be stored on here, but I'm guessing at least 100. It's got quite a bit of memory, so you can do that. Auto searches and saves on FM has a cool CB channel mode. I like that. Try to show that in this video. If I don't, you saw it in the book here. Retro receiver scales, awesome for not just FM, they got for shortwave too. And then over here we got settings. Settings, there's a lot going on in that. Pretty much how to set stuff up. Here is some specifications for your settings. There you go, what you can change. And the back here, so it says Bluetooth. This does not have Bluetooth. I guess this radio doesn't support it because I can't turn it on for some reason. Unless I'm doing something wrong, and your radio you can, but this one I can't. It has it like blacked out, so I can't even move it. It doesn't even give me the option to move it. So, and I have the right model selected, I believe. Okay, all right, you get the idea. Okay, update device. Yeah, I tried to do update. Nothing really happened, so I guess there's no updates available. It's running on firmware 4.2 Air, it's called. It's got a virtual encoder, so if your encoder ever breaks, you can actually use the encoder on the screen, though it's a little pain in the butt to bring it up and push it back down. Yeah, you can see, like, when you try to bring it up, you're hitting other options, so it's kind of annoying. We're almost done here with the book, but I like to do this for posterity. It does take a little time, but hey, somebody asked me something, I can just go to my video and answer it. Okay, we're done with the manual and all this stuff. So this stuff I'm just going to kind of move off camera here. And we'll get to the radio. Yeah, the awesomeness. So I'm just going to go ahead, keep some of these things handy. Probably like the Wi-Fi antenna. We'll just throw that in the back. As you can see here, it says Wi-Fi. I got the little symbol. Put that on here, and then we'll go over the radio. But yeah, this is nice, so we can get some band conditions. Flip it up. All right, so yeah, here we are. Let's go over dimensions of the radio itself. It's pretty much square. It's nice. The width is 4 3/8 of an inch. The depth is an extra inch, 5 3/8 of an inch. Then we have a height of around 2 inches. There you go. So let's go ahead and do a size comparison. So what do I got handy laying around here? So I got your CC Pocket in the house. Awesome. We have Skywave. There you go. You get an idea, right? That's how big it is. You can go portable, which is good. It's got an internal battery. All right, what else we have? Your deck of cards. If you don't have those, Iron Man. He's the man with a master plan. He can spin like no one can. He loves ATS25-XF from GOOZEEZOO land. Yeah, he's Iron Man. There, you get the idea, right? So, yeah, actually, before I want to go further, I was going to dig around and see what I had in the background. I had to bring it out earlier. Is this little baby brother, the ATS-20. I always have it handy on my desk. I like it. This is the 20 Plus, just to kind of put it side by side. You can pick these up for like 30, 35 bucks. Okay, speakers you think are the same? Much better on this. This is like a Cadillac. This sounds beautiful with the speaker. I'll try to demo that, but if you're on a budget, this ain't bad. I think GOOZEEZOO sells this as well. But there you go. You got that. All right, so let's go over this radio. Yeah, off to the side. Okay, features. So right away I said it has the aluminum enclosure. Looking pretty sweet. I like how it's put together. The build quality is nice. I notice everything fit and finish is good. The plates on the front and back line up nice and flush. So some attention went into making this radio. So you're spending extra money for something really good. So yeah, loving it. All right, great. So we got 3 blue LEDs in the front here. Status. So let's see. We got an LNA, high Z, and 50 ohm. So low noise amplification, high Z for like passive loop antennas, wire, and a 50 ohm with your active loops, active antennas. Works great. And on your FM. ATS25-XF, SDR DSP receiver, nice. You got your tuning knob, nice and large. It's notched, and it pushes in. Ham. As you can see, it's put together with screws. I think those are like security bits. So I don't know if you have the right bit, you can get those out. But that looks like that might be a pain to remove. Yeah. We're to the back of the radio. Got more going on. We have the USB-C charge, 1 amp input. I noticed it charged at 1 amp. 3,000 milliamp hour internal battery. But this thing is a power-hungry beast. I only got like a couple nights tuning sessions before I had to recharge it. Didn't seem like a long time. So the battery life may not be the greatest for you. It wasn't for me, but you know, this radio is pretty powerful. So I just have to charge it every day if I'm going to be using it a lot. And there's your charge status. LED turns red when you're charging, green when it's finished. Power on off. Headphone jack. So you do have a headphone jack. That's awesome. Right next to the antenna jack there. I always give a headphone experience. On this one here, moderate hiss at low and medium volume. I don't know why that is, but expect hiss. It's kind of annoying a little bit. FM stereo, which is good. You have weak lows in FM, though. Strong mids and highs. I'm a fan of that, but some people may not be. When you're in AM and shortwave, it excels with a mid-range neutral tone. Again, your female B and C for your main antennas, and your Wi-Fi antenna I showed you before. Nice. And of course, you can update your internal microcontroller, the ESP32S3, with a Type-C jack there. That's nice. Or you can do it over Wi-Fi. Cool. That front display, though, is 2.8 inches, forgot to mention, and it's resistive touch, and it's color display. Should turn that on for you. Let's turn it on. The popping's normal. When you have headphones, you don't hear that. Can mute that. Alright, so you get the idea what's going on here. We got some information, which we'll go over here in a moment. Yeah, looking pretty good. So that color display, pretty sharp. Like I say, you just touch the things you want to do, like bandwidth. You can pick bandwidth for FM. We'll leave it on auto. That's how that works. So let's go ahead and turn this back off and talk about FM reception reports, and then we'll go ahead and set this radio up and start tuning away. Color balance back. So on this radio, what can you expect on the bands? Well, during the day, I always do a test on FM, AM, shortwave, what it can pull in. So FM, it is an animal. It found 83 stations. I have a 4-tier method for sensitivity. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Okay to good is average at 48. This found 83, putting it into the 4-star category, the very good category, which is very few radios hit that. And it's 83 stations found. Excellent. And then 4-star rating for selectivity as well, using the 40-inch telescopic right here. It's just an animal. I couldn't believe what I was pulling in. That's amazing. Inside the house. I wasn't by a window either. I was like in the middle of the living room. So yeah, it's had to go through some walls. Just fantastic. So in my area, in Chicagoland, it's definitely a beast. Daytime medium wave. I use the telescopic just to keep it simple. I don't like those donuts like I mentioned, so I'm going to use this. You could try the donuts and see if they work for you. They just don't work from my location. But I used this, and I was really impressed with what this pulled in. Medium wave was okay for locals and most semi-locals, and I was happy with that. So, yeah, perfect. The better antenna is, of course, hooking up a active loop like a GA800 by GOOZEEZOO, which I'm going to be using in this video, or like a passive loop like a Trick Advantage directly attached. That works really awesome as well. So, but you don't need to buy those things. You can use what they give you with good results. And of course, during the day on shortwave with the same antenna, I found about 10 stations average. I noticed the seek tuning was missing faint signals. So I knew some were there, so I stopped the radio, went back and found them. So this probably does better than 10. So just note that the seek isn't always advantageous. Try manually tuning as well, or scanning and looking at the graph to see what you can find. That may help you as well. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and fade out the black here and get this set up so it's nice tuning, so it's faced up at us. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Okay, we're all set up. Let's look at this really quick and start tuning this radio. All right, so the screen has a lot of features on it, and we'll start at the top. You can see some activity, what's going on here. We have a BFO that's off, AGC that's on, auto bandwidth, band is FM, modulation is FM, stepping is 100 kilohertz. We have our current time, 6:26 UTC. Local time is 12:26 AM. There's our date, our frequency in FM, if we're on mono or stereo mode, and any RDS information will be displayed here while on FM. Below we have an S meter. We can change that to a audio spectrum. We have, or that was Waterfall, excuse me, audio spectrum, a thicker S meter. Okay, so we'll go through those again. There's the Waterfall display. You'll see more of that in the shortwave. All right, great. And I like the needle one. Yeah, that's my favorite. A volume, you can mute, unmute. I can't hover on music, but that's a good song. Also, SQ means if squelch is active. MF is multiple frequencies, so if you're listening to 2 frequencies at once, that'll be active. Over here, we have a little button. You hit this one. It brings up low noise amplification. We could turn that on. We don't need it for FM, but we're on medium wave and shortwave. I may hit that. I don't think I'll have to, though, because I'm using an active loop. You can also lock the radio down, so we can lock it. And of course, we can change high Z. High Z is good for like long wires and using this telescopic antenna. So you use LNA. It works out fantastic. But right now, I'm using the GA800, which I reviewed. It's a nice, what do you call it? Loop antenna, active loop. It's fantastic. It's got a little battery built into it. It's got native B and C connections, so it works perfect with this radio. I like it. We're going to use it for this. So there you go. And of course, lock. You can lock the screen or the encoder knob. Beautiful. So we'll lock something. Lock the screen and, oh, can't do anything. Press down to unlock. Very simple. Wi-Fi on and off. Hit Wi-Fi, downloading information. Once you're done downloading, just turn it off. Because it seems like the radio's going to pick up interference no matter what's going on. Battery status, in voltage or in percentage. Bunch of buttons here. We have the hand bands. Boom. We have broadcast bands. We have frequency. Entering your frequency here. Step functions. Various steps for the band you're on. Bandwidth. Various bandwidth you have. Again, I'm going very quickly. Just trying to get through this. So we can get to tuning the radio. Over here we have mute, volume, AGC. On or off. It's on. I tend to run AGC all the time. Though you can turn it off and do manual attenuation here. We have mode button. Mode is active on the high frequency. So you'll have a bunch of modes available to us. Especially the digital decoding ones. Next we have scanning up and down the bands. So you can scroll up the band, down the band. We have a scan feature which actually scans the entire meter band and shows the activity on that band. And then you could select the area you want to go to see if you could pick up some stations. It's a rather small display. It works, gets you close, which I like. Light, hit this, you can dim the screen if you want. The setup is what it is, setup. As you can see, it has various options. I'm going to go quickly, because it's pretty much in the manual I just showed you. So you can stop or slow down the video to read all those. Okay, we went through them. Info button, talks about the radio. Bands, these can be modified manually and re-uploaded to the radio. Nice. Gives you an idea what's going on there. So this is running on an ESP32S3 dual core at 240 megahertz. I think it might be clocked at 40 megahertz with a crystal. So it gives you an idea what's going on there. Okay, so we have a dedicated FM button, retro scale button, if you want into that. I'm not really into retro scale, but if you're into it, awesome. Memory mode, you can click memory to add memories. You do it right here. It's very simple. So if you wanted to save the current station you're on, you would hit change. It would let you edit the current preset you're on or add one or delete one. You see how that works. And then when you add one, it's real simple. It'll come up with this information and you could add a descriptor to it. I have one called Todd, Radio Todderbert, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to go right to tuning stations. But it's a very simple process to add presets. You do it all right here. And then when you're done, you just that. And I'm going to exit. City, if you want to put a city type mode in there, but I just have none for city. Doesn't matter where I'm at. Just you get the idea. All right, and set is to go to that preset. We're already on the one I want to be at the bottom of the FM band. We're going to start doing some band scans. Channel takes us to a CB mode. I'll show that to you a little later if I get time. So there you go. Let's go back. Let's tune the FM band. So go ahead and unmute this and start tuning away.
Señor, ten piedad de nosotros. Cristo, ten piedad de nosotros.
Venezuela's new leader. El Salvador's security minister of human dropped significantly last year, crediting a crackdown on gangs. NGOs have accused the government of human rights abuses.
95.5.
Now I'm choosing.
We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP.
Country news with Mo and Stickman.
Swing it over here, Mr. DJ.
He gon' fight. And what he trying to do?
Took me a break from I want you there, girl, I want you there, run like sugar on my tongue. Even the rock
Who was cry? Why they kill my dog?
Together we'll mend your heart.
It's the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at
Okay, cool. So let's go to the shortwave band, because it said band conditions were good. Let's do that. So we're going to go ham band. We're 80 meters. So I'm going to tune some hams in. So I'm going to turn on my loop here. We're in change here. It says BFO is on. AGC is on. Our bandwidth at 3 kilohertz. We have 80 meters, lower sideband. Stepping is at 1 kilohertz. All right, great. And then we can bring up Waterfall if we want. But right now I just want to do a scan. So let's see what we can find here. Let's scan. And now it's going to scan the entire band here and see what's going on with the band conditions. See if we can't just pick something up. Now if you notice, it is putting an area here, single sideband, DX. Give me an idea what's going on. So it's going to continually to scan. If you see it just repeated, it's got a little pointer here of where you are on the scan. There you are. Get a little battery level. The band we're on, 80. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pause. And you can tap the display to go to those areas. So I think I have it muted, so let's go ahead. Enter the frequency. So we're going to go close. Go 4800 kilohertz. Mute still on. Let's unmute. So that is WBCR Nashville, Tennessee. Nice. You can also freeze these display numbers here, I believe by pressing and holding the waterfall. There you go. You can read those out, so it helps if you're getting screen interference. So you get the idea. It's pretty straightforward. We're almost through here. I just kind of wanted to give you some ideas. I kind of want to see if the digital modes work as well. Let's try that out. You know what? I'm going to go first to see if there's anything up here. Little something.
Customer service is whitewashing it, and that CEO over or the manager over the service department, and that wasn't right, man. We're going to have to get that back in here and take care of that. Now, evidently one of those emails that he sent made it it's only 20 minutes between the first one and the second. What their names are is trouble. I think that's good.
Jim in Pennsylvania. I'm going to bed soon. Golf 8 Victor Zulu Tango, WA3 FET. Sorry about that. Whiskey 4 Sugar Delta X-Ray. 3800. Alright, I missed that. I'm still talking. Go ahead. Yeah, you have audio all the way up to 3800. Now it's the opposite. It's pretty wide there, but that previous setting, you had like, it's as if you have it set for 100 to 2K on the previous, but that last transmission, you're up to 3800 is what I saw. Roger, Roger. Yeah, I had my TX filter low cut was at 200 and 2000. I just doubled it. I'm up to 400 on the low and 4000 on the high. Go ahead. Yeah, I think like about 300 to 3800, give or take. But yeah, you can tell that low cut. You said 200 to 2K. That's about what I was seeing. Roger, Roger. Yeah, that's one thing I like about this. I hadn't hardly got the. I guess the.
There we go. It takes a little bit of time. Fun stuff. Alright. Let's go to medium wave. Yeah, our bands. Hello, band. Okay, medium wave.
To that defense, total turnaround. They're turning people over at a crazy clip. They get after the quarterback. They stop the run. They're damn near flawless on that side of the football. The big question is going to come down to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence here in the second half of the season.
It's easy to see why more.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm delighted you called.
You never find.
I believe Roswell was a deliberate crash, but here's the kicker.
U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rate.
Countries. This week's spectacle is expected to feature similar numbers.
I switch to another one. This one is from
Give Israel a pass Okay, I don't. Microscope, it's folded in on itself.
Ils font revivre ça chaque année, et au lieu que ça les déprime, ça leur...
That's 800-785-9132. You... Indeed.
Missed only 4 extra points all season.
After up to a coating to an inch of snow, the clouds also stick around with temperatures of steady or slowly rising through the 20s right into a less cold rest of the day today. It does look cloudy, though, with a high of 36. Those clouds eventually yield some rain and drizzle Tuesday night.
So WBZ Boston, 880 miles away. 850 was KOA Denver we're picking up. So this thing's amazing on medium wave. I love it. I don't think the LNA affects it as much using the active loop, but we can try it.
Their meteorologist LaTroy Thornton, WBZ Boston's News Radio.
It's and for many, 2026 represents a clean slate. Here's WBZ's Drew Mulholland.
Oh, maybe your resolutions include getting a gym membership, eating healthier, saving more money. It's all there for you. But, you know...
Okay, there we go. The ATS25-XF. We're done. It was quite, I don't know, I'll probably delete some of the footage as I go through because I was sitting there waiting for stuff to happen for a while. So anyway, if you see some jumping around, it's because there was some dead silence for quite a while. Anyway, let's go over likes, dislikes, and overall opinion. I like the clean design of this radio, the decoder modes, the speaker audio, the labeled memories, the color display. FM and single sideband reception is amazing when you got good conditions. It said good conditions, but it was tough picking up some of those operators until we got to the end there. I started picking up some louder signals. I like the Wi-Fi ability, low noise amplification circuit, high Z circuit. The CB mode is fantastic. The scan mode I like. When that's working good, it's working great. Dislikes and wants. A better battery. I don't know. It seems to be working pretty good here. It's not dumping, which is good, but I noticed the voltage going down. So yeah, here we're at 3.72 and I started at 3.85. So yeah, there's that. Better headphone audio. Yeah, I could use a little bit more lows. I would like that. And a more responsive encoder. If you notice while I was tuning on FM, you notice it was skipping a bit for me. Yeah, this sometimes misses a step. And I asked about that, and they said it's normal function because it has an ability to switch it between like 1, 2, and 4. And 4 is the best. And yeah, 2 it totally skips. But on 4, it doesn't do it as often. So yeah, it's kind of just something to get used to. So if that bothers you, you may not want this, but I think it's something to do with the processor. If it has different firmware, it might be able to boost that or take care of that. I'm guessing it's the speed at which it's recognizing the encoder. But that's something that I would like to see, a more responsive encoder. Overall, the ATS25-XF impresses me with its sensitivity and decoding modes. I love it. Once I got that FT8 figured out, it's rocking. The speaker audio is good, like I mentioned, and a solid. The build quality is high on this radio. I love it. For the price and flexibility, it gives a recommended buy for me all day long. I love this XF model. I'm really happy with it. It is a go-to. I got my ATS-20 sitting there and Mini, and I want to pick this one up and use this. It's just so much fun. And I do have a DSP-2, also a Mala hit. But you know what? This is just a nice form factor. I just like using this style. It's nice sitting on the bench and using the little stylus. I don't mind using the touch screen. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. Went on pretty long. 2, if you like this radio and want to see more, just subscribe to the bell icon. I'll probably do some band scans of it. And 3, comment down below what you think about the ATS25-XF. Is it for you? Do you have a model similar? They have so many different models out there. I like these indicator lights on the front. Tell me what's happening. This model seems to be pretty good. I don't know if I need Bluetooth or not. I probably wouldn't use the Bluetooth now that I think of it, unless I was using a different speaker mode. If I didn't want to use this speaker, but the speaker is adequate enough, so I don't think it matters. But if let me know what you think. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.